In a lot of punk, like I've been to more like punk chick shows than I have guys. It usually has a lot more like heart and soul into it than, like it has a better message than just guys who go up there and dick around because they're drunk and all doped up.
I think it's cool to see other girls up on stage, you know, since I got 2 girls in my band, like it's fun, you know, it's something different and the crowd seems to react to it good.
It's cool when girls are on stage because they're not afraid to do whatever. Girls are scared they're gonna like compare them to guys or something, you know.
I really enjoy Anti-Schism and a lot of other bands with female influences with them, like Submission Hold and All or Nothing Hardcore. That's actually my first time seeing them live, and they're really awesome. They put on a great show.
My mentors asked everybody who their heroes were. I raised my hand and I said Rene from All or Nothing HC.
Hello, my name is Rene Bryant and I sing for All or Nothing HC and I run On the Rag Records. And when I'm not doing that, I'm a peer coach for new teachers in a certain district in Southern California. It's very exciting. This is the office, which is actually a dining room. And this is where I try my best to run my little label and conduct all the headache business of a label and a band. On the Rag Records was born probably like 1996 after I had put out a few issues of On the Rag Zine, and it's a label that tries to create, as my little quote suggested, a little solidarity between women by putting out a bunch of female fronted or all female bands.
You know, most bands consist of all guys, and then there's like the Donnas who sing about nothing most of the time, but I guess they're all right. But yeah, there definitely should be more ladies on stage.
It's really difficult for women to come up in the punk scene because sometimes male have that mentality. It's very sexist, and they see a girl wearing a short skirt and they're like, ooh, you know, let me just hand her this beer and get her all fucked up so I can take her into the alleyway. And that's not really the mentality that really punk rock should be displaying. Punk rock is about unity, and it's a powerful thing when women and men together can be in the punk scene.
Decided, okay, well, you know, I never wanted to start a label, just like I never really thought like I want to start a scene, but because of the need, I decided that I would. I was just really frustrated where the label's concerned. There was this comp that came out. It had, I would say, 32 bands on it, and one band had a female in it, and that was Naked Aggression.
In like a pop band or a metal band where it's like, ooh, it's a hot chick, let's just get her in the band. Like a punk band, you gotta be pretty good. And it's a very male-dominated genre of music, so I don't know, I'm here.
But with punk rock, it's even more complicated because there's a lot of anger in this counterculture movement. So I could see why there's a lot of young men get into it because they're not afraid in our society to express their anger. It's a safer way for, I think, a lot of men to express their feelings is through anger. You know, they're not supposed to cry, they're not supposed to be weak. So I think it's easier for boys to get into because they're not scared of anger and those emotions, whereas women in our society are brought up to be more timid, quiet, cry, it's okay, and you don't have to be so cut off from your emotions.
It's punk rock, I don't know, it's, you think of like dirty, you know, think of like begging for change and shit. So, yeah, I can't see too many girls who would really want to pursue that. But like pop music or something, that's different. Yeah, metal. But the metal kids, they don't like chicks as much, it seems. I don't know why.
About 10 years ago, I was living in an apartment, woke up to someone on top of me with a knife to my neck. I never saw them because they were like, "Don't you look at me, you fucking bitch, I'll kill you." So I never looked at them. The story's long. I don't want to tell you the whole story because you'll be like, "Oh, that's so sad, boohoo." But yeah, anyway, yeah, I was raped. It was a long raping experience. The detective said that this guy had probably been like watching me or something because it was more like, and it was very romanticized, the whole raping thing with this guy. So like he had fantasized about it. I wound up calling some friends that I was in this group called Women Enraged. I called them and they told me exactly what to do. I'm like, I don't want to call the cops. He said he'd come back and kill me and kill my boyfriend. And they're like, no, call the cops, go to the hospital. Call the cops, go to the hospital. And I was really afraid, but did it. It can happen to your grandma. It can happen to it can happen to you. You know, I mean, it's this rape doesn't just happen to one type of person. You know, and what's sad is even my stepfather said, when my mother told him that I had been raped and she got off the phone and she was hysterical, my stepfather said this. He said, "I knew she kept working at that bar as a cocktail waitress, something like this would happen." That was his response. And my mom, you know, had a seizure saying like, you know, she was raped in her house. But that's the kind of mentality, even my own family, you know, it's this kind of mentality regarding rape that somehow if you were raped, you did something to propel this action against you, and that's just not true. I think that if you could take anything negative in your life and spin it positive, you know, it's just going to help you to be able to, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
At the comment that you made about flashing is awesome because there's a girl here tonight that's doing a documentary for her school on sexism in the scene called like Women in Punk Rock, and why aren't more women involved or fronting bands. And I just have to say that sometimes it's the ignorance of people making comments that were reserved for 1980s, like, show me your tits, show me your pussy. So I'm just calling you out because you said it, but you know, ignorance just means that you don't know better. But hopefully, now you do.
I love to see females on stage because you don't see a lot of them, and it's kind of an inspiration for me too, because it's been one of my dreams to start a band.
I love it. I love seeing, like, you know, females in the punk scene rather than, you know, I mean, they all contribute, but it seems like there's less and less actually playing in band.
I just don't think that women feel that they have a good place on stage. I think that maybe they feel like intimidated, like it's a guy's world, but when they go up there they kick ass and the guys love it. But I think a lot of them are seen too much as sex symbols as they are musicians and not taken seriously enough.
How do you feel when you see a woman on stage?
It's awesome. I admire them with all my heart, even if they suck.
Put some pussy in your punk, because that's what I'm talking about. It doesn't mean like anything rude or vulgar. It just means, you know, open your mind a little bit, and because people have this idea that if there's a girl in the band, one, it's gonna suck. If there's a girl front in the band, it's totally gonna suck. So it was just my way of like, hey, check out these bands. Just because they have a girl front in them doesn't mean that they suck.
I think it's hot. Like, I think it's fucking awesome that a girl could get out and do the same, you know? Because mostly like guys.
I want to keep it going. I see that there's still a need. I mean, like 10 years later, you know, there aren't that, I mean, it's a better scene. It's more conducive with things like girl punk and
with the cool girl site. You know, there's like more women-friendly sites on the internet. There's a lot more networking that can be done for females with other females. But at the same time, I think that my label is necessary. I guess when I would feel that it's not necessary anymore, I suppose that's when I'd say like, yeah, I'm done.
I would say to young women, you know, try not to conform to the roles that society has for you, or that you expect. That doesn't mean that I'm not saying you shouldn't get married, you shouldn't have babies, you shouldn't go get a job. You know, that's not what I'm saying.